Hi Pisces, welcome to the True Mind Tarot channel, and my name is Julie if you don't know me yet. I am here to do a love reading for you for the month of August. So it's a timeless reading for the collective, and also it's a reading energy, not gender. Keep in mind that the roles may be reversed, and you can also watch you can also be like a cross watcher if you want to watch for another sign, for somebody you care about. Okay, Pisces, what's up for you for this month of August? Queen of Swords, the Fool, and Page of Swords. Oh, that's very interesting. Then Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, very interesting reading, and the High Priestess, Two of Cups, King of Wands, and the Moon. Wow, that is super interesting that both the High Priestess and the Moon are showing up. That's very much like inner wisdom, things that are hidden, not shared. And with the Moon in reverse, it looks like there's an unwillingness to reveal something or to have something exposed. But let's start with the start. In the past energy, we have the Queen of Swords, the Fool, and the Page of Swords. The dynamic between you and another may be a little bit of a leap of faith, but it seems to come from a very conscious place with both the Page of Swords and the Queen of Wands, who are actually facing one another. There is something of a difference in age or in maturity, where the Queen of Swords is much more mature than the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is also somebody who decided to move ahead, but not quite yet. Is still looking in the past. And the Queen is just looking straight ahead. She has her past behind her, she has learned from the past, and she knows dead ahead, or just like she just knows very clearly what she is bringing and what she's allowing in her life and what is not. This is one who is not allowing any bullshit in her life. Does look like there may be like Pisces, you actually may be a little bit of this younger energy in the dynamic, but the roles may be around. And it looks like you may just kind of like dive into the deep and just see where this ends you. Although there may be an obvious difference in either age, it may be background. But there is something about like, you both come from like the same cloth. It looks like with both, or at least for now, the same energy. Were you facing each other? Yes. So then there's an interesting, for current energy, the dynamic is about the Six of Cups, which is always a little bit of a nostalgic energy, and also where there may be a past life connection between the two of you. And we have very interesting cards here for your energy or for your person. It's the Ace of Cups and then the High Priestess. I feel like the High Priestess is knowing something about that past. And that may be some sort of inner child wounding, or maybe just like knowing intuitively there is some sort of connection that bounds you, not just in this life, but through multiple lifetimes and even timelines. Different options there. And then the Queen of Swords, which may be you, has the Ace of Cups in the current energy. This is emotional fulfillment. This is being able to fill your own cup. This is where you're very independent, self-sufficient, emotionally independent, but there is enough to share with others. It's very floaty, it's very open, and endless and infinite. It just keeps flowing and going. It can also be a healing card or a spiritual growth. And then on the other hand, there on your person's side, there is something that is your person is holding a lot of wisdom, or this may be you, the roles may be reversed. But it's something that is quite hidden, it's unknown, and it's not brought to the surface yet. And I feel like this person may hold some sort of wisdom about your past, about your connection, and I don't know if you might. It doesn't seem to be. It also doesn't seem to be in your way necessarily. I might want to clarify a couple of cards here. Then for the prospected energy, there's a King of Wands energy, and this is quite a difference. Moving from a Fool's energy to a King of Wands. This King of Wands is, again, there's this something with the age and some sort of like maturity progression. So maybe that is something, maybe that's the reason why you're together. You're maturing together. At least the dynamic of the energy of your relationship is becoming more mature, where there has been maybe some sort of like just very impulsiveness. There is still impulsiveness and adventurous activities with the King of Wands, but it is from a different place. It's more from a settled place, it's from a mature place. There is a lot of similarity here, because I do see, like, as the Fool is a 0, also here there's a closed circle where there's no beginning and no end. So maybe just like a cyclical energy that is going on, where there may be just like moments of something new and waves of more maturity, and then starting again with something new. May just be just an indication of that. And we're ending with quite 2 cards on your side, the Lover's card, no, the 2 of Cups card, and the Moon card in reverse on the side of your person. Again, the roles may be the other way around. Guys, it looks like you have something very beautiful with the Ace of Cups and also with the 6 of Cups energy. There even may be some sort of past life or soul mate kind of energy in your relationship that is very adventurous, but somehow there is something that I think you need to recognize, the past, and perhaps also the troubles of your past lives in your current relationship, in order to bring forward a balanced relationship. So this may be there may be a tendency to just highlight the adventures and the fun side of the relationship, and an unwillingness to talk about the dark side. They may be personally, or the things that aren't going so well in the relationship. And I feel like that may be coming from both sides, especially from your person. Whereas before this, your person may have been holding that knowledge, but just not revealing it. Here there seems to be really some sort of unwillingness, and it may be because your person doesn't feel safe, because your person doesn't feel taken seriously, that if your person would share what is going on, or really share like the true perspective, that you perhaps brush it off as a joke or something to laugh about, although your person may know deeply intuitively that you are actually receptive for it, but you're also maybe a little bit of a joker and not willing to accept that kind of connections. And maybe there's also some sort of fear connected to that, because you are already very independent and able to fulfill your own cup. There may be some sort of child wounding that is connected to opening up and deeply connecting with another, because you are already so capable of taking care of yourself. There may be some sort of wounding or fear that is related to connecting very intimately to another person. And because of that, there may be some sort of you may be actually in a deeply connected relationship, but the way that you communicate verbally or non-verbally, and I almost feel like more like your actions speak stronger than your words, is maybe shutting up your partner. And you may feel intuitively as well there is something that needs to come to the surface that is not coming there. But by just playing sunshine and happiness, your person won't be able or won't feel safe to bring it up. So you kind of need to, I think, you kind of need to dive into this 6 energy for yourself as well and look at that, like that smaller figure. Look at your shadow side. What are the things that we don't like to look at, and which ones need to be healed? Because it may be because you are unwilling to look at those sides in yourself. You are unwilling to make space for that side of your person. But we all hold light and dark within us. But it somehow looks like there is no space for darkness in this relationship. And it may have something to do with where you're coming from. There is maybe a bit of a foolish energy, which is maybe impulsive, but also based on what you have learned in the past. Your person is definitely looking still a little bit at the past. And you're just cutting out the bullshit. So it's also maybe because you held this energy in the past that your person is just kind of afraid to bring forward what they have to bring forward, because Queen of Swords can just cut out all the bullshit. Maybe a little bit intimidating. So your person may be just a little bit afraid to really bring forward what they may even perceive as something dark. It may not be even something that you perceive as dark, but at least for them it is a dark side, something they are ashamed of and rather not look at, but is nonetheless present, as everything that we're not healing is getting stuck in our bodies and will still play out in our lives. And the same is for you. And you may be holding this cup, but somehow there is some sort of fear tied to it as well, to share that cup with another, or allow your cup to be filled with another's cup. Interesting, right? Okay, let's just wrap this up. I do want to see what a King of Wands is about. No, tell me about the Two of Cups. Any messages about the Two of Cups in reverse? Any messages about the Two of Cups in reverse for Pisces? Too many cards. One card, please. Any messages for Pisces about the Two of Cups in reverse? Any messages for Pisces about the Two of Cups in reverse? Too many cards. Maybe I need to take them all. Okay, yeah, okay. Clearly, there's a Three of Swords. I don't know how it came out. I think it actually came out like this, with 2 others. This one flipped open. Okay, yeah. There's something that you are either hurt in the past, or there is some sort of fear around being connected in a traditional way. These are actually 2 marriage cards with the Hierophant and the 4 of Wands. Everything is in reverse, as well as the Two of Cups. But it's really like there is definitely a fear or a sadness or a loss around a marriage in the past, or the ideas about it, or maybe your parents were divorced and therefore and maybe they were divorced as a kid, and therefore you have very negative and heavy associations with a connection that is beyond filling your own cup, like being intimately connected to somebody else, Pisces. Okay, that is very clear. I am tempted to have a look at the Moon card as well right now. I did put the other cards back. What is not being revealed? Maybe we're not supposed to know, so let's just see. Just curious now, and then wrap it up with the Oracle card. Okay, 2 cards, Temperance and the Knight of Swords. Again, swords. I do feel like we're not seeing here what is supposed to be revealed, but I do feel like this is where it's shown, where your person may be afraid of the words that you speak, and perhaps hoping for a temperance, for patience and calm, taking a moment before you respond. Sometimes We have a tendency that when somebody speaks to us, to want to react immediately, maybe to help. Sometimes we just need to listen and be present and hold space. And I feel like that is exactly what is not present in the projected energy, because you're still dealing with fear around being intimately connected to another, being afraid of being codependent instead of being connected in an interdependent relationship. Your person is asking you to be more patient and hold space to listen. Maybe you don't even need to say something, although you may be ready with your Queen of Swords energy to be very clear cut and speak right away, but that's not the energy that your person is needing from you right now. This is Sagittarius energy, just saying, maybe that is needed at the moment. Okay, let's wrap this up with a oracle card from the Sacred Rebels. You know, I'm like, love relationships are teaching us so much about ourselves. It's definitely, it may be a very romantic and passionate story, but it's definitely an opportunity to learn more about ourselves. So, and the Sacred Rebel cards, they definitely show us a little bit about soul growth that we're doing at the moment. So let's see what the Sacred Rebels oracle card have to tell us. They're sticky, and I feel like the cards are too big. I don't always have trouble shuffling them. They were already shuffled, but I almost feel like that energy of your person just making myself like feeling like overshadowed almost by your words, right? So be careful, Pisces. You have so much to give, but there's just some sort of fear about that giving and also around receiving. And it's easy to hide that with just a very elaborate, adventurous energy. But with that energy, it's a little bit like spiritual bypassing. Releasing allegiances. Ooh, interesting. I like the bees. She is all black and white, but they're the bees, like the ones who find the nectar, the honey, are there. I don't understand this one. Let's read the card. It's 10, so there's a completion energy. With a 10, it's also a 1, with more like the solitary magician energy where we manifest. Let's see what this card has to share. It is time to hold on to yourself and let go of another. Okay, I didn't read it here. Even if it's just for a time, you have gained all that was meant to be from that connection, at least for now. You have given and you have received. Oh, that's just what I said about that giving and receiving. The need to let go does not deny the value of what has been acquired. It is more that the time has come for greater productivity, creativity, abundance, and consciousness in your life. You have completed many cycles in the vibrational frequency of consciousness that you are now being asked to release. You have been in that vibrational frequency for some time now. You have earned the right to step out of that frequency, out of the habits, relationships, and the possibilities that are limited to that outmoded frequency. It is now time to expand into higher frequencies. Geez, how often can you write frequency? It is now time to expand into higher frequencies of experience that will bring enhanced love, empowerment, and peace into your life. You will take the wisdom of what you have learned with you into something new, new connections, new relationship, new life experience at a higher turn of a spiral of life. Yeah, so I feel like this is that. You may have left a relationship, cut out what no longer serving you. Stepping into that new frequency. But first, you trust that you can step into solitude for a time without being consumed by loneliness. It is time to reconnect with yourself. Perhaps you have had a period of outward orientation where your energy has been diverted away from the inner journey of self-discovery and creative self-expression and into the world of lists, schedules, and demands. I feel like that is that King of Wands energy. This is upcoming energy. where you're just distracted. It is tempting to be distracted by external factors, whereas it is asked from you to really explore this frequency. And maybe you've already done inner work, but not in this new frequency yet. And that new frequency is really asking you to look in that shadow energy that King of Wands is ready to just like leave behind. Trust that you may need to step back momentarily even from your healthy relationships and commitments to refresh your spirit by reconnecting with your own nature in solitude. Perhaps you have been diving so deep into the creative waters that you have lost your bearings or your energetic connection to the earth, your own life, and your needs to be in the here and now. Either way, you need to come back to the ground of your own body. This is a time for self-love, for paying attention to yourself, for nurturing, holding, and being with you. It doesn't mean you can't love another. It just means you need to turn your attention inward for a time. For some quality time with you. You will emerge renewed, refreshed, and clearer about your journey and your relationship as a result of this. Yeah, so this is interesting. It's really asking about self-love, and maybe that is what your person is feeling as well, intuitively. Although there may be something very destined about it, there's still some work to do for you. I don't believe that you have to leave, if you are in a connection, I don't believe you have to leave this behind. But I do feel like your person may be holding space for you, and be grateful for that if your person is doing that. If your person is not doing it and you need it, you may ask that person, and of course that person always has the freedom to say no, and that may be an indication for you to split ways. Yeah, it feels a little bit like you're both on a different frequency perhaps, and I don't know if your person, it looks like your person is already there, but cannot, she or he knows but cannot point you the way or cannot show you the way, because you have to figure it out by yourself. And in order to figure it out by yourself, you have to be willing to really dive into your deep shadows self and heal that without spiritual bypassing. Okay, Pisces, I actually really like this. It looks like you've been doing great healing and you are invited to do more healing. And it looks like you have a very... to me, it looks like from this reading, unless it is you, it looks like you are holding space, or this person, your person is holding space for you to explore this, either in the relationship or outside that relationship. But you've met somebody very, very interesting, with very deep knowledge and has understanding for what you're going through. You may have a tendency to just show this happiness, 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 excitement, but go into the darker waters, I'd say. Start to explore that. You are at a place where you are able to hold space for your inner little one. So Pisces, take care. I wish you a beautiful August, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.